morning, Orcas. Today is Monday, February 12th, 2024, and I'm Caleb.
And I'm Jersey, and today we're talking about a few black ballet dancers.
But here's Natalie with today's lunch menu.
Good morning, I'm Natalie with today's lunch. Today's lunch is a broccoli cheese soup with a ham grilled cheese. If you don't want that, you can have a brunch kit. Make sure to grab fresh fruit, veggies, and milk. Now back to Jersey and Caleb with today's lunch.
If you've been paying attention to the cereal boxes in the hallway, you might have learned something about a ballet dancer, Misty Copeland. But did you know that there were other black ballet dancers who paved the way for her?
Janet Collins was one of the first African-American prima ballerinas to be allowed to be classically trained. A prima ballerina, or principal dancer, is the highest rank with the ballet company.
She auditioned for a company called Ballet Russe in the 1930s, but they would only let her join if she promised to paint her face and appear white during performances.
That kind of discrimination eventually led to her quitting the ballet company, but she would go on to dance in other companies, and in 1951, she became the first black ballerina to perform at the Metropolitan Opera, which she joined the next year and performed at until 1955, although she wasn't their prima ballerina.
Deborah Austin was another first. She was the very first African-American ballerina to receive a principal dancer contract with a major American ballet company in 1982 with the Pennsylvania Ballet. She was also the first African-American female dancer at the New York City Ballet.
8 years after Deborah Austin became the first black prima ballerina with an American company, Lauren Anderson became the first black prima ballerina for the Houston Ballet Company. Her point shoes are actually in the Smithsonian Museum or National Museum.
All of these amazing dancers were a huge influence on Misty Copeland's career, and without them, we might not have the dancers we have today.
And now it's time for Singleton Sessions.
Good morning. Happy Monday, everyone, and welcome to another Singleton Sessions. Everybody should be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and nobody should be sleepy. Nobody should have stayed up and watched the entire Super Bowl, and you knew you had to come to school and either learn or work. So that goes for students and teachers. I'm going to be watching to see who's lagging today. All right, on Friday, we talked about Claudette Colvin. And so for grades K through 2, true or false, Rosa Parks was the very first person to refuse to give up her seat in Montgomery, Alabama. That was false. Let's see who our winners are for that one. Now we have false, Brody and KL. You are the winner. Brody and KL, come down and receive your prize some point in time today to my classroom. And then Max and 1D, false. You are the winner. You got that answer correct as well. Congratulations. For grades 3 through 5, what was the court case that overturned bus segregation? That answer was B, Browder versus Gale. Let's see who our winners are. Now, this was my very first winner. They won. We got B. Absolutely no name. So, I got to put you in the recycling bin. Sorry. Remember to put your name and whose class you're in. Darby Davison, 5J. Is that person in here?
She's in my
Oh, okay. You got that answer correct. Now, Darby. Darby says, I'm not just saying this to get picked, but you're really beautiful, and I love your style and personality. Now, Darby, I didn't pick you because you wrote that. You got the answer right, but that was a nice little addition too. I appreciate it, sis. And then my next winner is Eva and 3M. You got that answer correct with the answer of B. Congratulations. Y'all come down to my room so that you can claim your prizes. Today we are talking about Fanny Jackson. So born an American slave, Fanny Jackson's freedom was purchased by her aunt at the age of 12. She spent the rest of her youth working as a servant for author George Henry Calvert, studying at every opportunity. In 1860, she enrolled in Oberlin College in Ohio, the first college in the United States to accept both black and female students. During her years as a student at Oberlin College, she taught an evening course for free African Americans in reading and writing, and she graduated with a bachelor's degree in 1865. In that same year, she accepted a position at Philadelphia's Institute for Colored Youth, which is now Cheyney University of Pennsylvania. She served as the principal of the ladies' department and taught Greek, Latin, and mathematics. In 1869, Fanny Jackson was appointed as the principal of the institute after the departure of Ebenezer Bassett, becoming the first African American woman to become a school principal. In her 37 years at the institute, Fanny Jackson was responsible for vast educational improvements in Philadelphia. During her years as principal, she was promoted by the Board of Education to superintendent. She was the first African American superintendent of a school district in the United States, but soon went back to being a school principal. Awesome. I'm following in Fanny Jackson's footsteps. For grades K through 2, true or false, Fanny Jackson was known as the first African American woman to become a teacher. For grades CD through 2, CD through 2, true or false, Fanny Jackson was known as the first African American woman to become a teacher. And then for grades 3 through 5, if you were listening early on, this is an easy one for you today. Who purchased Fanny's freedom? All right, was it A, her parents, B, her aunt, or C, she purchased her own freedom? I hope you were listening. Again, grades 3 through 5. Who purchased Fanny Jackson's freedom? Was it A, her parents, B, her aunt, or C, she purchased her own freedom? Easy if you were listening. All right, I'll see you tomorrow.
Hi, I'm Matthew, and I will say that today we would have some showers with a 52% chance of rain, with a high of 65 degrees Fahrenheit and a low at 56 degrees Fahrenheit. And now, on to Olivia with today's pledge.
Good morning. I'm Olivia with today's pledge. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the moment of silence. You may now be seated. Now to Greta with today's birthdays.
I'm Greta, and I'm Greta with today's birthdays, and today there are no birthdays.
I'm Jersey.
And I'm Caleb.
Have a wonderful day. Oh no.